So ideally, it's supposed to be like your one-stop shop, but majority what we wanted was like community. So we started seeing more and more of the community come out to it. Was like, hey, like we got invasive lures who built right here in Kingsland in our own backyard, and then it was like, okay. Then we had a guy come up from Yulee. Was it Not Stressing
Lures?
Not Stressing Lures? They came up and reached out to us and was like, hey, I use these out in Fernandina, and then we started talking about the colors, and he was like, I make my own lures. Do you mind if I put some up here? And I was like, yeah, come on, man. Like,
I love this.
So it ended up growing into being more than just your average tackle store, to be a community-driven store, to like your one-stop shop. Come grab your bait, and whether you're inshore, whether you're offshore, whether you're freshwater, it doesn't really matter. Have a conversation with us. We'll talk about the bite. We'll talk about what everybody's catching and the stories we've been hearing, and then load you up with your ice and your gear and get you on your way. Then
what's up, Camden County? You are catching episode 112 of the Getting in Your Business podcast. I'm your host, Alison Shores from the Camden County Chamber of Commerce. This Getting in Your Business podcast is made possible by our Chairman Circle sponsors, Georgia Power Company, Georgia's Own Credit Union, Lockheed, Comcast, Sparklight, Plug Power, St. Mary's, DDA, TDS Telecom, and Ameris Bank. Thank you to all of our sponsors. All right, guys, I have the cutest little couple in here in the studio today, and I can't wait to talk to them because they have got something really cool that they've opened. So y'all help me welcome Delonte and Brooke. So I'm so glad y'all are here. All the things. You've opened a really cool store in St. Mary's, and we're going to talk all those things. But first, I kind of want to know about you two. How you got to Camden County?
Oh, okay.
I don't care who takes it first.
Okay, well, he is active duty military, so he's in the Navy, obviously stationed at Kings Bay. And that's literally what brought us here. This is our third time being stationed here. So our first time back in 2011, 2010, something like that. We fell in love with the area.
How could you not? I love this place too.
Yeah, it reminds us of home.
Yeah.
So both of us are from coastal Maryland. So it gave us that same homey vibe. And we liked that it was like that small town feel, but we were still close enough to like Jacksonville, Brunswick, Savannah, if we wanted to get like the city life.
Yeah.
So that's what brought us to Camden. And then, like I said, this is our third time back. So we just fell in love with it. And now we're like, okay, we're buying our house. We're going to figure out the next step. So
I love this. So we love it so much here.
Yeah.
It's our favorite. That's what I want to hear. We're staying. Okay, good. Okay, good. So what made you guys want to open up? So tell guys what you own. Let's go there for a second in case anybody doesn't know.
okay, so we're the owners of Lowcountry Lure Line. So it's me and myself. It's me, my partner Ricky Jenkins. He's been here since like 1979.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy. We actually met through fishing. I got stationed here in 2007, and I met him in 2010 on base, and I just started fishing with him, and then it went from fishing to we were doing other projects, and then next thing I know, we were always talking every single day. It was like, man, we gotta drive to Jacksonville to go and get this gear, or we gotta drive to Amelia to go and get this gear. And we were like, you know what? We need to open a tackle shop. And then just finally one day we just was like, let's do it.
You made a dream into reality.
Yeah.
So have you always loved to fish?
Always. So like you said, we're from Maryland. So growing up on the Chesapeake Bay, that's where I started off with. So growing up on boats. And then when we got here, it was the same thing, and the community vibe. So it fits just like being at home.
Yeah.
And it made me come back.
I love this so much.
Yeah. We have two boys too who absolutely.
I was going to ask.
Fishing.
Now, does Mama like to fish?
No.
Okay.
I will go out on the boat with them because I'm like, oh, I'm down for a boat ride.
Yeah.
But I just sit back and let them do their thing. And I'm like, all right, is it time to go back yet? Because they will all day long. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, guys.
They're biting.
But I love this. And I don't like your space that you guys have. I don't know if people know this. And I know we talked earlier that, you know, people can go back and look at your journey, you know, on your social media and stuff. But for people that don't know, they took a space in St. Mary's that I don't know how you did what you did to it in such a what felt like to me a short period of time. I'm sure to you felt like forever. But like it was just there was a lot of stuff, and there was just a lot of stuff that needed a lot of tender love and care. So I want to know about the time that you saw this store and you and your partner decided that you're going to get it, and then you have to come home and tell her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, what was that like? Because I know she saw it. She was like,
Yeah.
Like,
That's exactly what it was. That was the reaction. I said, hey, so me and Mr. Rick, we're going to open a store. And she goes, where? And I go, you got to come check it out. And I was excited. I was like, before you judge, like, it needs some work. And she was like, how much work? You'll see for yourself. And then she came up and she walked in and she goes, she looks around and then she goes,
okay.
well, okay. And I started describing everything to her. I was like, I can see the counter here. This is where the walls are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the shelving here. And she was like, I don't know what you see, but if you think you can do it. And then she looked at my partner and my partner was like, he got it. We can build it. And she said, okay.
That woman loves you.
She does.
Okay,
She does.
that's what you need to know right now, because not everybody could. I don't think I could have done it. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing but just bleh.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's what I kept telling him. I was like, well, I trust that you have the vision.
Right.
So we're just going to roll with it.
But you said something earlier about like, God kind of really lined up, everybody in your life with this. It was, you're dreaming one day, and then when things start falling into place, like, how can you,
Amazing.
okay, buckle up. We're going on this ride. So I think that's really cool. Especially that you and your partner, y'all bonded over fishing when you were here the first time. That's just so cool to me. So you do a lot of things in this store. It's not just a tackle shop. So I want you to talk about all the things that you have in the store, because you've got gear, you've got, bait, you've got stuff you can, I guess y'all clean fish. I learned that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? So yeah, let's talk about what all is in this store.
So ideally, it's supposed to be like your one-stop shop, but majority what we wanted was like community. So we started seeing more and more of the community come out to it. Was like, hey, like we got invasive lures who built right here in Kingsland in our own backyard. And then it was like, okay. Then we had a guy come up from Yulee. Was it Not Stressing Lures? They came up and reached out to us and was like, hey, I use these out in Fernandina. And then we started talking about the colors. And he was like, I make my own lures. Do you mind if I put some up here? And I was like, yeah, come on, man. Like,
I love this.
So it ended up growing into being more than just your average tackle store, to be a community-driven store, to like your one-stop shop. Come grab your bait, and whether you're inshore, whether you're offshore, whether you're freshwater, it doesn't really matter. Have a conversation with us. Okay. We'll talk about the bite. We'll talk about what everybody's catching and the stories we've been hearing, and then load you up with the ice and your gear and get you on your way. And then, hopefully you come back and you enjoy the experience, because.
And it's also like your experience level doesn't matter. So
because I'm not a professional. Y'all need to know, I know what you're talking about with the lures and stuff like that. But as far as like brands of things, or like a fishing pole, I wouldn't know brands. I'd be like, just need a fishing pole. Like I know there's the kind you can do this. Like, I guess that's all like.
So you got your different ones, your spinning reel, your bait caster.
I was going to try, and I was like, you need to stop, girl. Let him do it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's been phenomenal. Like the whole store and the whole, like how it came to be. Like I said, it's been God blessing the way everything have came in, and people have came and seeked us out to support it. So it's been,
people have been so like, I didn't know what the reaction was going to be. I knew you had people in your lives that loved y'all and supported y'all from, so many people came. I was like, you know them? I was like, how did I not know them already? So it was, you already had so many people in our community that, just they want you guys to win so bad. And, they want all this. But there were so many people that didn't even know you guys personally. And we're like, wait, Alison, this is a fishing store? And I'm like, yes. It's, so many people have been so excited that y'all are here. I think a lot of people were like doing what you were doing, having to go here for this and here for this and here for this. And we have so much to enjoy right here in our backyard. And now we have the things to be able to do those, activities. So I think that's great. What's your favorite thing in the store?
Favorite thing. I would probably have to go with, I like to go offshore. So for me,
Okay.
the offshore, actually, I would say more the people that come in the conversations, because it reminds me a lot about being in the military, right? And I'm looking forward to retirement. But one of the things, like we talked about with me and my partner, we met through fishing. And it doesn't matter like where they're from. It doesn't matter like what their religion is, like no difference. We just start talking about fishing and we start talking about the bass and we start talking about, oh, the crappie, they've been biting over here. And we're like, oh, yeah, well, I'm interested in going out there too. What colors are you using? Oh, well, hey, I got this perfect reel and this is the weight I'm using. So the excitement and the energy that I've been feeling out of the conversation of just people coming in just reminds me a lot about being in the military and
that family. Yeah.
Like the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's so cool. And two, I wanted to throw this out there. I have some people in my life that are, single moms, and they have boys, and they don't necessarily have anybody in their life. Dad has passed away and all the things, and they don't have anybody. She's like, I don't fish. I wouldn't even know what to do. Is it something to where, single parents can bring their kids in and they may not know anything about it, but you can teach a little bit, like, okay, this is what you're going to do. This is how you do things. Cause, unfortunately, that's a lot. It happens a lot in our world. And I want to know, like, is that acceptable?
That is. We've actually been seeing a lot of that. Not just moms, but also dads.
I don't fish.
I don't fish. But you know what? My son do. And he heard about your shop. He's seen it on Facebook. He's seen it on TikTok. He follows you guys. And we wanted to check it out. And then I get talking to them. And the kid is like, yeah, I've been trying to catch these bass. And this is what I've been using. I'm like, where are you fishing at? And we start talking about where they're fishing.
Okay, that's something else. Go ahead.
So we start talking about where they're fishing at and like the type of rigs that they're using. And then sometimes we've been tying up their rigs and stuff right there on the spot, showing them how to do it, and then say, hey, go out, try this color. And then come back and talk to us. Take a picture and show us what you catch. We'll post it and share it. And then if that color doesn't work for you, come back. I'll give you some other hot colors, man. But the excitement and the love, like it started way back, and I could see it in the kids' eyes as they come in, and we enjoy it. So.
Yeah, no, and so both your kids, they like to fish?
Yeah, I mean, we have three. We have
three, I'm sorry.
Well. No.
I was thinking about the boys,
Yeah, she likes to fish too, but only on the boat. Like if they go to the dock, she's like, no, not for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of our kids love to fish, and same thing. Like they'll even come home because our two boys, like during the summer while we're at work or something, they'll go down to the waterfront in St. Mary's, and they'll come home and be like, "Oh, we met these kids, Dad, and we told them about the shop and da 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 da." Yeah, so it's really
got your own promoters. Look at that.
Yeah, it's really turned into like a whole family affair.
I love it because I used to fish with my dad. That's what we did, but it was back in the 80s and 90s, so it was a little bit different. But, we'd go out in a canoe and, and that's how we would fish a lot. And I'll never forget the first time I caught a catfish, and I was like, what is this? I'm like 10, maybe 11.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I didn't realize, like, if you're not careful, there's a way to do it. And my daddy was yelling, like, not to touch it until he got down there, but we don't listen to those kind of things.
Right.
And so I learned what a catfish was that day. And, but I had some of the most fond memories, fishing and stuff with my dad, but I don't do it as much as an adult. And I'm like, why not? And I think I don't, sometimes I don't stop and make time for it. But ever since your store came on, I can't help but think about fishing and like memories with my dad. So, for me, it's not that I don't know how necessarily. I just don't know how to navigate, like, I have no clue. When people play tennis, like they'll look at their tennis racket and the brand matters and it does this and this. Yep. I don't understand that with fishing. I'm like, it's a pole and a line and it's fine. But there is such an art to it, like from color to type of lure. Like, when I grew up, we had the little cork things that would sit on the water, and when the fish got it, it took it down. And that's how you knew you had a fish on. Is that still a thing?
Yes. So float fishing, which is
float fishing. Okay, there's a name for it.
Yeah, same thing. It is still pretty popular. Like,
is it?
That's my preferred fishing method.
Really?
Yeah. So you'll see like more like our videos. You kind of see like me and my boys just went out actually this past Sunday, and they like float fishing because to them, like the first time I took them out float fishing, I think it was like 5 or 6, and that excitement because They don't have to keep a bunch of tension on it. And for a kid, when they throw in a weight out there, bottom fishing, and they can't see it, they're constantly like, I think I got a bite, reeling it in. But on the float, it's a little more patient, and they were just staring at it and staring at it. And then when they finally got a chance to see it go down, I realized they were hooked. And from that point,
how could you not be at that moment? Because you're waiting for it the whole time, you know? But one thing that I would notice in the other fishing, whatever you just said, like I get it caught on trees. I will think I got to fish all day long. Nope. Just hung. You know, and I'm like, it's so big. It's going to be a big one. I just know it's so heavy. I need help. No, it's just stuck on a tree limb, you know, or something. That's usually my luck.
That was me fishing too. Like when he would take me fishing pre-kids, I'd be like, oh, I think I got something. And he's like, it's just your weight. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just my weight.
Always. Like even, I'm going to be honest with you, even when I've been offshore fishing, like somehow I end up in a place where like it's just caught on something. So, but yeah, I want to know too, like, I mean, are there good fishing spots around here?
Well, I don't give away too many of the secrets.
Okay, I figured.
I don't give away too many of them, but it's phenomenal fishing around here.
Right.
You're like, I mean, Florida is like the fishing capital. Everybody flies here and stuff just to go fishing in Florida, but you're right here on the same water. So everything that they're catching down there, with the exception of snook.
Yeah,
right,
okay.
We can catch right here. So if you really look at the community and like how many people like fish on average, like we normally used to go 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Fish that much. But people coming up from Florida now and coming from all over to visit St. Mary's here to go fishing. We've met a couple couples who came here from they're coming from Michigan, or we're from New York, and we're down here for an Airbnb. We're looking to go fishing, and it's like, oh, well, what brought you here? Actually, fishing. We're going out on a charter, and I'm like, oh, well, okay. So it's great fishing here, and fishing seems to be drawing even outside people in. So it's one of the things that also brought me back. So
yeah, and it's just so good, and I didn't know. Like, please forgive how, like, I'm not well versed in all of this, but like, so here we have the brackish water so it's where the salt water meets the fresh water. I learned when I moved here, that's called brackish. And so I was like, okay, brackish. Does that have, like, how does that affect the fishing, I guess, is what I want to know.
Well, it affects it more with like the moon and the tides. So the brackish water here is really driven by tide. We got like almost like a 6 foot to 7 foot tide difference.
Okay.
And for those who really fish, you really pay attention to the moon and about what cycle the moon is on.
Okay.
What it's doing to the tide, what the temperature looks like, and that will tell you how far the fish is upriver, and then how close they are to the ocean. Okay. So sometimes, like in the summer times, like right now, the jetties is hot. And right now, everybody knows is if you want to catch fish, you're going out to the jetties.
Okay.
You're going out near the ocean. And then as it starts to cool off, the fish will start coming in a little bit more, and they'll start running them farther up the rivers. So as it gets cooler, more inshore. Yeah. And that's when you'll start really seeing more like trout fishermen and stuff like that start going out as we start getting to that October, November.
Wow. So this is a year-round thing.
It is. It is.
He's like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And he's being modest when he says 2 to 3 times a week. It was every day. Him and my boys were on the dock or out on the boat. It was as soon as he got off work too. I'm calling him like, dinner's ready. Where are you?
Right?
Catching dinner.
Catching dinner, Brooke. We're catching dinner.
Right. Right.
So how many fish have you cleaned?
None.
None. She doesn't clean the fish. I love it.
No.
Like that seems like such a process, but you do it at your store for people?
We do. So, like I said, everybody's just been coming around. So we actually met somebody who's been a commercial clean fish commercially for the last 2.5 years, 3 years.
Three, I think.
3 years out of Jacksonville. And she was like, hey, I can help support cleaning fish if you're willing to. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, well, let me see some of the work you do. So I've caught some fish and had her process a few of them for me. And I'm like, well, you did it better than I did. And I'm like, how long did it take you? And she's like, it took me about 30 minutes. And I'm like, well, dang, I've been fishing. Yeah, it took me about 1.5 hours, but I ain't going to tell her that.
Right? Like, just 30 minutes.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Come up with your rates and let's go ahead and get it out there, because I think a lot of other people would love to use that services, especially if they fish like we do. So
if I had known that, like, I'm just glad that y'all clean fish because now I feel comfortable. I'm sure my husband would, he came home one day and from deer hunting and like had a whole deer and I'm like, what is happening here?
Oh yeah, that's happened to me too.
And I'm
with a
like,
hog.
wait, like I wasn't ready to see naked deer, up on the tree. And so like the cleaning process period is a lot. And that's not something Alison Shores will be partaking in.
Agreed.
Like
right there with you, girl.
So the fact that you said, I'm sure my husband would clean the fish, but I don't want to even see the whole process. I'm going to be really honest. It's not that I just,
and it is
I'm still going to eat it, but I just needed to.
and that's me. Like, he's like, well, if you caught it, you got to clean. Like, that's what he tells our boys.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, if you catch it, you got to clean it so we can cook it. And our boys are like, okay, so they're starting to learn how to clean fish too. But me, I'm like, no. I was like,
I didn't catch it, and right. I'm not going to clean
it. I'm like, you catch it, you clean it, and I will eat it.
Yes. I love it. But that's a good service. And I hope people have heard that because that's good. Even if you're offshore fishing. Anybody can, any fish that you catch, you just bring it. So that's awesome. Well, guys, I could keep y'all here forever talking about, because now I have all these things. I'm like, I need to know where the fishing spots are, Delonte. I'll do it off air, but I need to know where. But yeah, I could keep y'all here all day. Y'all are just such a sweet couple, and y'all have just, with this whole experience, like I said, y'all are still working and doing the things, and you have this store, and I love it so much. You and your partner, y'all are great. Coming to stuff that we have at the chamber, just diving in completely, and I love it so much. And I just want to thank y'all for your time today and all the things. I do want you to tell people where you're located. I know we've said St. Mary's a million times, but I don't think we've given the address. And, phone number and where they can connect, because your social media is good and that's where they can really keep up. So I hope people will do that. But I want you to, go ahead and tell people all the things.
Okay. So they can follow us. We have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay.
So they can, I know I'm learning all the things.
Cool.
Sometimes I have to get the 15-year-old with, and I'm like, okay, what does this mean? And he's like, oh my God, Mom, it means this. I'm like, oh, okay.
Listen, there's so much. So I'm scared to even I'm in my 40s. All that stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna mess this up,
Right.
Like I still say, "What's up?" So
exactly.
I don't.
And the 13-year-old showed me, CapCut, to do all the little videos and editing stuff. I was like, oh, this is so much easier than what I was doing.
Yeah.
But they can follow us on all 3 platforms. And then we're located 1715 Suite D, Osborne Road. So right before Dilworth, right before you get into downtown, we're on that right-hand side, and
Perfect.
You can't miss us. Our windows are all decked out with our name and logo. And so, yeah.
Yeah, y'all have got a full plaza now. So that is just amazing. I love like I said, love what you've done with this space. I love you too. Everything y'all have put into this, y'all have just been amazing and just such a great addition to our community. And I love that we're staying.
Yes.
Was there anything you guys wanted to mention before we got off air?
No, I just think I think for us, the biggest takeaway from this store and this journey that we're on now that he's starting, or, now that he's getting out of the Navy and his partner is already out of the Navy, is just that we've been a part of this community for so long, and now we want to give back to the community, which is what he highlighted with the local, tackle in our shop, because we also had somebody reach out from Jacksonville, Custom Rods, Dragonfly Tackle Company. Yeah. So that's what we're about. Local supporting locals is what I keep saying. I'm like, yeah, local supporting locals. We got this.
So. Listen, that's speaking my language. Okay. I've been here the last 9 years, and I'm all about local, and we have so many talented people in this community that all have something to bring to our community table. And I love it so much. And so when I heard about this, I was like, wait a second. Yes.
Yeah.
And you've expanded to I'm sure you'll keep growing and keep doing, more and more as you see the need. And so I just invite people to go check it out. And if you've never fished before, go learn. This is such a cool place, and it's such a Fishing can be kind of anything you want it to be. It can be your quiet time where you think, it can be where you talk to God. It can be, it can just be for sport and you're just, with a bunch of buddies. It can literally be anything you want it to be. And I think that's what's so cool about fishing for me.
Yeah.
Is it can be what you want, So I think that's really cool. Yeah. Were you going to say something, Delonte, before I interrupted?
Oh, no. Well, I was going to go into like some of the services.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
So we also offer from like reel spooling. We talked about all the bait. We also just recently started adding live baiting. We're going to be making that announcement today. Mm-hmm. So we added some shiners and we've added freshwater minnows and live worms because by popular demand, people were coming in there like, hey, shiners and minnows, some of the things they want to use for freshwater. So we've added that.
Can I ask you what shiners are? I'm probably supposed to know, but I don't know.
They're freshwater little fish, basically, that's used for bass. A lot of people who bass fish like to use, if you're going to use live bait, they use shiners.
They're real silver?
Real silver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, that's, what else?
Rod repair?
Oh, yeah. Rod repair. So we also going to be making that announcement. We also do rod repair. So we got somebody on who's going to be repairing anything from rod tips to if you want to even get a custom rod made, come in and talk to us.
Yeah.
What?
I'm telling you, he had the vision.
It's a whole community.
I love that you've just gone forward, like push through, just let God provide for you. And that's just really, that's such a testament to you guys. Your faith, your vision, just everything through this has been amazing. And I hope people will come by and, get to know you guys because it's been great. Y'all are amazing.
Thank you.
Guys, make sure you check out Lowcountry. They are located at 1715 Osborne. I forgot the suite number, Suite D.
D. Yeah, we're right in the middle.
D. You will see them. It is amazing. So thank you guys for listening. You have caught episode 112 of the Getting in Your Business podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe and get down to Lowcountry today.